Alderwoman Sanders.
Here.
Alderman Bellington.
Here.
Alderman Murray.
Here.
Alderman Carmody.
Here.
Alderman Duff.
Here.
Alderman Wright.
Here.
Quorum is present.
I'd like to welcome all our visitors this evening. That's some that haven't been here before. Good to see you. And now we'll have our public comment, and we'll start that off with Laura Sanders.
Okay. Hello. I am speaking on behalf of the Odessa Area Historical Society. As most of you probably know, it was in this week's paper, the school property has been selected to be on the 10 most endangered historic sites list in Missouri. This is through the Missouri Alliance for Historic Preservation. It's an advocacy group that helps out local historical societies that are interested in saving a particular site in their area. I've had a few people come up to me and were confused on what exactly that meant, so I'm just speaking on record what exactly this does. And it has no effect on what happens to the property. Some people thought that it meant the city couldn't tear down or what have you. It has no effect whatsoever on what you all decide. It's simply a public awareness campaign to get the word out that there is a group of people in the area that are concerned about what is going to happen to the property, and this group just helps those wanting to save the property. So I just wanted to clear the air on that. Second, at our last school committee meeting, we decided to ask the board's permission to replace Rich Rose with Rick Willig. We have tried several times to get a hold of Rich. He has not been able to make any of our meetings. Rick, however, has been a very key person in what we are doing as a committee. He has helped us out in numerous ways, and we would like the board to approve his appointment to the committee. So, yeah.
Well,
If I'm not mistaken, the prior board was approved just through the mayor. The names were given to the mayor, and then he, can you refresh my memory on that?
It would be just like a regular board appointment for this purpose, and you guys approved the last group, the original group, through the mayor's appointment.
Okay.
do you still have the same members you had?
Yeah, Rick would just be replacing Rich, because I haven't been able to get a hold of him, and he has not shown up to any of our meetings. So Rick is more involved and more dedicated to the committee.
I don't have a problem with that with the consent of the board.
I'd like to make a motion to accept Mr. Phillip to the committee for the 19th School Building.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. Discussion. All in favor?
And this is just to replace Rich Rose?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. And then last, I know that Lori and Justin and John and Rocky, you all have copies of the last evaluation done, but I don't think Mark or Steve do, and I just wanted to give this to you. And then, I know Lori gave you a copy of VDC's proposal for the structural evaluation, and I was just interested in an update on that.
I've been sent an email to Jim Galley, who is the consultant through Larkin that we discussed last time. He has not responded yet, but I expect to get that. either this week or have it ready for you next time. Last time when we talked about this, we didn't know if we'd have it available, but as soon as he responds, we'll get him the information and try to make sure both firms are giving us the same estimate for the same type work.
Mhm. Yeah, I just want to stress again that in order for our committee to move on, we have to act on this rather quickly. So, that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have any other public comment? Rex?
I'd like to ask the city manager or Paul or someone who the codes enforcement person is, because no one is doing anything to the ditches as far as keeping them up. There's yards here in town that are this tall. It looks like to me the city needs to do something about enforcing these codes. Also, there's other businesses there. I think it's junk businesses that are here in town that I feel like doesn't need to be in residential areas, and I'd like to see something happen to them. At least inform us to what is the rules to them being able to do what they're doing in their areas of residential areas.
Is there something in particular you're talking about, Rex? Or?
Well, anybody in the town knows where the junk dealers are at, so Billy Hoffner's place, Junior's over there. There's an awful lot of stuff that it looks like sits around, doesn't, nobody ever does anything to clean their areas up. I'm not saying that they're really bad, but having them in a residential area, I think it just takes down the rest of the area. And I think somebody needs to enforce the code. That's what we got them for.
And I'll speak to at least the first part of that for right now. We are getting reports of areas of high grass and excessive weeds, and right now, as everybody knows, we've hired recently hired a codes enforcement person. That person, and I'll give you an update here in a little while, but I'll go ahead and do it now. That person is going to be starting on 14 June, provided nothing changes between now and then. So she'll be on the ball to start looking at these things. However, in the meantime, Sybil Wilson's been taking reports, and we've been making contacts through either letters or making calls to various landowners, property owners, to get these issues resolved. As far as the junk dealers, I'm going to have to look into that and see and talk with Sybil and possibly the chief, and seeing where there's some problems there and where we can enforce applicable law. So we'll look into that.